After touring for a few days, I decided to visit Grand Walkerhill Hotel, where there is a Paradise Casino located inside. It is recommended to use their free shuttle bus service as the hotel is located at the top of a hill. I got there and found myself in a 1-3 game, and over the course of the next 2 weeks, I found myself battling against other racks on a nightly basis. One interesting thing I noticed was that there weren't any local players in the casino. So it turns out that local Koreans aren't allowed in the casinos. I was really curious as to where local Korean players could play poker. I saw a lot of bars offering poker, and with the help of a friend, I managed to enter one. So it turns out that although gambling isn't allowed for local Koreans, poker is much more of a grey area as there is skill involved in playing poker. I'm sure every poker pub is different, but in this game we were playing a 30,000 Korean won satellite. The winner would win an entry into a private tournament. I have seen many of such tournaments on Handed Mob. The tournaments are decent and most of the time the first prize usually pays around in the low 4-figure range. The pub got really crowded by about 8 or 9 p.m. and for the first time I was actually playing poker with local Koreans. The game was very relaxed and social, although I didn't understand a single word that they were saying. Overall, I had a very great time, but I decided against rebuying after I busted out. My next stop was Busan, where it was a 5-hour train ride away. I went to the Paradise Hotel immediately, and it is definitely one of my favorite hotels, since it is just in front of the beach. I was looking forward to playing some poker over there, but unfortunately the poker room has been closed since COVID. I was a little disappointed at first, but this gave me more time to explore Busan, which I grew to really like. After 4 days, I made my way back to Seoul to catch a flight to Jeju Island. Jeju Island is known as the Hawaii of Korea. There are a lot of natural attractions as well as nice places to relax. As the island attracts a lot of international tourists, there are a decent number of casinos that operate on the island. I was travelling on the southwestern part of Jeju Island, where I saw that there were a number of resorts that were clustered together. Among them was Shilla Resort, where I saw that they had a small casino located within the resort. Unfortunately, it does not offer poker. And furthermore, I was the only patron in the entire casino. I actually felt like a VIP high roller, as all the dealers as well as the pit boss were excited to see me. Gambling alone in the entire casino was a very unique experience. My next stop was the Glad Hotel, where there is a Paradise Casino located inside. Unfortunately, most of the tables were for baccarat, which I guess makes sense since most of the other patrons there were mostly Chinese tourists. I walked over to the Grand Hyatt next, and to my surprise I saw a number of poker tables, but it seems that they have been out of use for a very long time. I decided to gamble for a short while at the Grand Hyatt and I managed to make a very tiny profit. The next day, I decided to visit the Jeju Shinhwa World, where it is a resort combined with a theme park as well as a casino. I visited Landing Casino, which is by far the largest and most beautiful casino in Jeju that I have seen. The size and design of this casino reminds me of those casinos along the Las Vegas Strip. Unfortunately, being located in a remote resort, there wasn't much of a crowd. Nevertheless, I found their poker room. However, it turns out that their poker room is only used for tournaments. It also turns out that I was 1 month too early for the WPT Jeju Island. After a week in Jeju Island, I went back to Seoul for a few days before making my way home. I visited two 7 lakh casinos, but unfortunately, they do not offer poker. Feeling my poker itch coming back, I decided to go to Incheon, which is conveniently located near the international airport. I have previously made a video of playing poker at Paradise City Incheon. I saw that the Hong Kong poker tour was making its stop at the Paradise City Incheon Casino and decided to play a few events. Nothing really eventful happened during the tournaments, although I managed to make a very tiny profit. Overall, I think although I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to on this trip, I really had a very enjoyable time. I also really can't complain as although it is a very small amount, I came out on top for this trip. Gambling aside, I think the three places that I visited, Seoul, Busan, and Jeju Island, each offer very different things, and I'm glad to have been able to visit these places.